is ENT, okay, on and off. So those are all your buttons. Okay, we are now in temporary change mode. So if we want to make a change, we can do that. So let's, as an exercise, let's go and look at some set points. Let's go to parameter number 30, which I know to be our occupied cooling set point. Okay, so here's our occupied cooling temperature set point, 74 degrees. We can change that. See that little CH in the bottom left? That little CH means that you can change it. Okay, we just kind of know for ourselves that we're in temporary change mode. So let's just go ahead and press the change button, and you'll see the little underlined cursor jumps underneath the 7. That means that you can change it. So now you can press the up and down arrow key. Okay, so let's make it to whatever you want, it doesn't matter. Okay, and then press the enter key. So now our new set point for cooling is 76 degrees, right? Because we are in temporary change mode, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that if we turn off the service tool and come back, it should go back to 74. So let's turn it off. Okay, now turn it back on, and then hit the enter key. Controller connection, enter key, and now it's reading the parameters. So now it's going to upload all the information from the controller again. So let's see what it says. So now if we can scroll down and go to 30, so right now we're 00010, scroll down. And then press the enter key. Okay, we're still at 76. Okay, so what that means now is it's still holding in there because the power is still on. Okay, so I was mistaken when I said that it should go back to 74. If you actually go back to the controller right now, kill the power, and then apply the power back on again, it'll default to 74. So let's go ahead and do that for right now. So just kill the power for about 2 seconds, Carlos, and then turn it back on. So what we'll see here is when he kills the power, you'll see this screen change.
Is it okay to have it like that? Or turn
Yeah,
it
just
off?
go ahead. We'll just leave it on. We'll just watch to see what happens.
Okay.
You'll actually see it. Right there it goes. Attempting communication. So now it's losing it. Okay, so now he turned it back on. Look what happened. Now it's at 74 degrees.
Okay.
You see that?
Yeah.
So that was a temporary change. So it only holds it into the RAM memory while it was still powered up. Okay. So notice how you killed power, you turn it back on, now it's reading 74, right, Carlos? Okay. So that's temporary change mode. Okay. Notice how the CH is gone. There's no CH there, which means that we cannot change. So right now we're in the read-only mode. So now let's do a commissioning mode. Commissioning, where it's a permanent change. Okay. So if you go press the function key, enter for set servicing mode, and then the up arrow key. So now commissioning mode. Commissioning mode is where it's permanently etched in there. So go ahead and hit enter there. Okay, now notice how we went back to parameter 30, and now there's a little CH there. That CH means that we can change this. So now if you hit the change button, and then change it to whatever you want, 76 or 75 or whatever. Okay, hit the enter key. Okay, now the cursor goes away, which means that now it goes into memory. So now if you go over there, kill power, and put it back on again, it'll stay at 76. So let's just watch this. Okay, attempting communication, which means he killed power. Now the power's back. Screen came back. Now it's at 76.
Right, so it stayed in the permanent.
So it stayed in permanent, right? Okay. Now, notice how it's still at 76, Carlos? So now that was a permanent change, right? So that's the difference between the temporary change mode and the commissioning mode. That's the difference. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that back to where it was before. So press the change button, and then the up arrow key should bring you up 74, and then hit enter, and now it's back to 74. Okay,
Are we in the commissioning mode?
We are in commissioning mode right now.
Still?
Right.
Okay.
Right now we're still in the commissioning
Okay.
mode. The way to check to see, press the function key, enter, and it's showing the arrow is pointing at commissioning mode. That is the mode that you're currently in.
Okay.
Okay?
That's good to know.
All right. So you can go ahead and exit out of here. Okay. Now let me show you how to calibrate. That's a good one too. All right. So now let's say that our temperature here in the zone is reading something that we know is off. Okay. So if I know that it's parameter number 0. So just go hit 0 and enter. Okay, zone temperature 71 degrees. CL. CL means that it is able to go into a calibrate mode. Okay, we can calibrate this right now if we wanted to. Now, if you recall, when we were in temporary change mode, that CL was not there. Okay, it's only when you're in commissioning mode that you can calibrate this. And the way to calibrate it it's a very simple function. You just press the calibrate key. Okay, the cursor goes below 71. So let's just assume it's reading 71, but actually it's much warmer. It's actually 73. So you just hit the arrow key until it goes to 73. Enter. It's calibrated now. That's all you got to do. Okay. Same thing holds true for flow or other temperatures. That's how you calibrate. Okay. Now that's the quick, simple way to do it. There's a more complicated way if you wanted to, which is to go into input scaling menu and actually plug in the offset. So we know that we went from 71 to 73. So let's go and hit the exit key and let's scroll up, press the up key until you see input scaling. Right there, hit enter. Okay, notice how it has a 2 in there? That 2 is because we went from 71 to 73. So now, if we wanted to, we can go back to input 0 and calibrate it and just scroll down until it goes back to 71. But in this case, this is the longer method. Let's just go ahead and change him and make him 0. When we go back to 0, it should read 71. So just go ahead and hit the change button, because you can see that there's a CH there. Change that to 0, just press 0. Or no, scroll to 0, sorry. Hit enter. Okay, so now the input number 0 offset is now 0. So now let's go 0, enter, and look at the actual reading. 0 and then enter. Okay, so now the zone temperature is now back to 71.
Nice.
Okay, so go into input scaling. That's the longer way to do it. The easier way is just hit the calibrate button, scroll to where you want it to be, hit enter, and then you're done. And it automatically changes it in input scaling. It automatically puts that offset in there for you. Okay, so that's how you can calibrate. Now let's talk about how you can override and test things. All right. Actually, I'm going to stop the video. I want to make that a separate video.